Did you enjoy this clinic?
I enjoy every clinic. These kids try so hard, and it again shows how much the World Cup has taught them from year to year. These kids go home and teach the other kids, and fewer mistakes are made every year.
What was the most common mistake with the gate?
The most common mistake, this is a little bit of a hard approach, and so you really have to get up tight and close to it where your hand is right by the rope. But other than that, when you go to back the horse up, there's a lot of these horses that'll take 2 steps back and then just duck their head through. Well, there's 2 pieces of hinge right there, and if you don't back them up far enough, then it's a possibility of hitting their eye or catching the headstall. So you really have to be careful about that. And they had to learn to really back them up a little farther than they normally would, just for safety's sake.
How do you train a horse for trail?
Well, let's say the trail we have to try first. So we put a horse in a pattern or over some poles and we see what happens. And then I go from that point over. And each horse is different, so each horse has different characteristic and we try to read that characteristic.
How do you convince a horse to go on a bridge if he is too scared?
Well, there are a lot of techniques where you can try to use. The first thing you need to understand why he doesn't want to go there and why he's scared and what he's scared of. So after that you can apply different techniques and try to convince him that he's the best to go over and there is no problem about it.
Which part of trail do you like the most?
Lope over.
Okay.
Can go fast.
Do you think this young riders coped well with the poles?
Yeah, they did pretty good actually, especially for most of them, not most of them, all of them, they don't know the horses. So some have some problem because it's really difficult horses because they don't have enough training in trail, because a lot of horses don't have training in trail. So if it's the first time, I can say actually they did very, very good. It's more a question of strategy and take their time. And all of them did very good this morning.
What do you think is the most difficult?
In this pattern, you mean? In this pattern, actually what I had to do, the part I did this morning was the lope over forelocks. For the horse that have no training in trail, that was very difficult to do for the first time. But most of them, I will say 85 to 90% did pretty good.
What is your favorite discipline?
Good question, huh? I'm born as a reiner, that means I did reining. I won the Futurity in Italy 3 times in a row. I did a lot in reining, and I like a lot the trail and Western riding too.